Hey guys, so I got up this morning fully intent to get started on today's yoga class. Out in the yard, I'm all excited and revved up and ready to go, and this is what I woke up to. Well, I don't know about you, but I am ready to go, so let's get started. Coming to the center of your mat to mountain pose, Namaste. Inhale the arms to the side and overhead. Exhale the palms down through the center of the body, coming into a forward fold. Inhale to a flat back, looking forward. Exhale and fold, really allowing the head and neck to release. Inhale, reverse swan dive up, arms reaching. Exhale the palms down through heart center. Step the feet wide, turning the right foot out, the left foot in slightly, parallel with the mat. Turn the hips and the body to face the short edge of the mat, and then sink the hips straight down, finding the knee directly over the ankle. Maybe bring the arms overhead here, shoulder distance apart or palms pressing together. Inhale and rise up. Reverse the direction of the feet. Exhale, sink the hips, knees over ankle. Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale and press into the foot to come up, reversing the direction of the feet. Kick that back hip back. Inhale and reach forward and down to your comfortable support. So maybe you support yourself on your thigh, on your shin, on your ankle, or the ground. Inhale and come back up. Both feet forward, stepping the feet together, trying not to fall over on the uneven ground. Inhale the arms to the side and overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale and fold. Inhale the arms to the side and overhead. Exhale the palms down through heart center. Step the feet wide. Turn the left foot out this time, right foot in. Again, angling our body towards the short edge of the mat and trying not to fall over. Sinking the hips straight down and finding that knee directly over the ankle. Inhale the arms to the side and maybe overhead. Shoulder blades drawing down the back, chest lifting. Inhale and press into the front foot. Come up and reverse the direction of the feet. Finding the hips towards the long edge of the mat this time, then sink the hips down, Virabhadrasana 2, extending the fingertips strongly away from each other, shoulder blades drawing down the back. Tailbone tucked. Inhale and come up. Reverse the direction of the feet. Trikonasana. Kick that hip back, reach forward and find your support. Wherever is comfortable, maybe turning to look at the bottom hand or maybe up at the top hand. Wherever feels good for your neck. Try and keep the knees soft here. Inhale and come up. Both feet forward, hands to the hips. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. Lift the chest. Hinge from the hips to fold forward. You can support yourself on your thighs here if you need to, or if your hands comfortably reach the ground, and do so. Press into our hands and come down to sitting. A comfortable cross-legged position or one foot in front of the other. Find the tailbone down, crown of the head lifted, shoulder blades drawing down the back, and then hinge from the hips. Maybe walk your hands forward into a comfortable forward fold. In my case, placing your nose directly in the snow and looking at all of the beautiful snowflakes. Breathe into the back body. Allow the hips to release. Inhale and press into the hands to come up. Change the crossing of the legs. Find that length in the spine and side waist again, and then hinge from the hips. Walk the hands forward. Breathe deep and exhale completely. Bring the mind's eye into the hip area, to the back. Allow the muscles to relax and to release. And then inhale, pressing into the hands, coming up to sitting. Place the left fingertips on the mat. Inhale the right arm up and overhead, lengthening through both sides of the waist. really reaching up, and maybe finding a little movement here, twisting forward, backward, reaching from the fingertips all the way down through the hip, just finding a nice stretch through the body, and then rounding through to the other side, extending through the fingertips all the way down to the hip, and finding some movement, rounding forward and backward, rotation through the chest and the spine, and round all the way down, coming back up through the center. We're going to come into a gentle twist here, using the abs to twist, not the hands. So bringing the right hand to the outside of the left knee and maybe the left hand behind you, but making sure that the hands are nice and soft. You can lift them up at any time. Spiral up through the spine, lifting through the crown of the head all the way to the tailbone. On the exhale, switch to the other side. Again, using the abs to twist, lengthening through the tailbone, up through the crown. Inhale and lift, exhale and squeeze the abs, deepening the twist. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, and exhale, dive over onto the hands and knees, coming into tabletop position. Taking the knees wide if you want to do so, toes together, press the hips back, reach the hands forward, extend through the length of the arms, draw the shoulder blades down the back, and drop the chest and the head towards the ground or maybe to the ground. Inhale and come forward, finding the hands directly underneath the shoulders, knees directly underneath the hips, and sinking the belly button down to the ground, lifting the crown, lifting the hips. Exhale and round through, pulling the belly button to the spine. Inhale, drop the stomach. Exhale, and really pull that belly button in, rounding through the shoulder blades, pushing the hips forward. A few cat-cow breaths here, maybe meowing as you arch your back, and mooing as you sink the belly button down. Step the feet, knees back just a little bit, hands slightly forward. Lift the hips straight up and press back into your downward dog, heels reaching towards the ground, shoulder blades drawing down the back. Press into all 10 knuckles, lengthen through the legs, lift through the hips, bend one knee, then the other, pedaling it out, and reaching both heels down towards the ground. Inhale and come forward into a plank. You can come down onto your knees here. It's easier to do so, maybe dropping the chest down, or from the plank, lowering down into a chaturanga and scooping forward into upward dog, cobra. Knees can be lifted or down on the ground. And then pressing into the hands, lifting the hips again, and coming back into the downward dog. Finding length in the spine again, length through the back of the legs. And maybe we'll come down onto our forearms for a little dolphin pose. A nice stretch through the back, releasing through the lower spine, the backs of the legs. Drop the knees down. Walk the elbows out slightly. We get the elbows directly underneath the shoulders. Shoulder blades drawing down the back. Really press that chest forward between the hands. Really pulling it forward. We're coming into Sphinx pose. The crown of the head lifted, tailbone releasing. That was me describing it to my daughter over there, if you wondered about my hands moving everywhere. So, lengthening through the body, lengthening through the chest. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders, and we'll sit up and back for another child's pose. Reaching through the fingertips, dropping the chest down. Now here's the part in the video where the SD card filled up, and I forgot which spot I was in. So come onto your backs now, bringing your feet flat onto the ground, and enjoy the nice tree as you do so. Press into the shoulder blades, peel the lower spine and lower back up off the ground. If it feels comfortable to do so, walk the shoulders down slightly. Maybe bring the hands to the hips, pressing the hips a little bit higher. Keep a little bend in the neck. Keep the neck soft here, lifting through the hips, tailbone reaching down towards the ground, knees drawing together. Release the hands and slowly lower the tailbone down. Draw the knees into the chest and do a few little circles one way and then the other way, releasing the lower spine. Draw the hands out kind of at shoulder height and drop the knees over to the right. If it feels good to do so, you can look to the left. Maybe extend that top leg out. Throw a little snow, just because there's snow to throw. If you want a different kind of stretch, you can bring that top foot flat onto the ground right above the bottom knee and extend the knee up. So we're stretching through the hips and the lower back here. Extend the leg out again. Maybe bend the knees and draw the knees back through the center using the abs. Drop the knees over to the left side now. Maybe extend the top leg out, maybe looking over the right hand. If you want a different stretch, draw the bottom knee down slightly, bring the top foot flat onto the ground, and press through that knee opening, stretching through a different part of the hip. Extend the leg out long. Bend at the knee and draw the knees back into center. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. Extend the feet, both feet, flat up towards the sky. Straightening the legs as much as is possible and draw the legs in towards the chest. Extending the legs out, letting the feet fall out to the side, allowing the hands to rest palms up next to the hips. Congratulate yourself for showing up on the mat today, in the snow or inside or wherever you ended up, and take a few deep, relaxing breaths. Let go of any stress, any tension. Allow your body to sink into the ground beneath you, feeling the full support around you. Bring a little movement back into the hands, back into the feet. Draw the feet in flat, roll over onto your right side, and come up to sitting. Inhaling the arms to the side and overhead. Exhaling the palms down through the heart center. Namaste, my friends. Thank you all for coming, practicing yoga with me in the yard, in the snow, enjoying the weather, enjoying nature. My daughter wanted to share with you how much fun she had practicing in the snow.
It was fun, but very cold.
Here's a little close-up view of what I got to look at the whole time. And a picture of New Zealand, just in case you wanted it. A beautiful Nevada sunset to warm you up after that cold practice. Thank you, my friends. Namaste.